All right, hello traders. It is Tuesday, June 18th, 2024. Good day in the markets, good day for the portfolio. Let's get into it. And before we start off, I'm going to give you my little trading mindset and trading tips to make you a better trader before I show you what we're doing here. But in sales training, one of the things we talk about is volume and efficiency, which are the only two ways you can really increase your numbers if you're in sales. It's number one, either do more, okay, which is set more appointments, have more meetings, make more phone calls, So you just do more. And but at some point you're going to run out of time. You're going to maximize your time. You're not going to be able to make any more appointments or take any more appointments or do any more presentations because your day is going to be full. Then number two comes in where it's efficiency. Can you improve your sales skills so that you can maximize the time that you do have and do more in potentially less time and be more effective in the same amount of time than you were? Volume's easy. You just work harder and you just do more. Okay. Efficiency is not quite as easy. That requires training, role play, practice. All of those things are important to getting better in sales. So how does this translate into the world of trading? So I like to make these parallels between kind of my world of sales training and marketing and operations, and also my world of trading in the markets and trying to guide people to putting their plans together and building their mindset to be more effective. So how can we use these in trading? Well, number one, volume, increasing your trade frequency. So one of the things you can do, and I know Tasty Trades use the phrase, trade often, trade small, trade often, but it's putting on more trades. It's allowing the probabilities to play out. If you're going to be selling options, and we are premium sellers, we're theta traders, that's what we do. If we're selling options, okay, we're banking on letting those probabilities, whether you're selling 20 delta, 15 delta, 7 delta, 10 delta, it doesn't matter. Okay, you've got a 10, a 90, a 90, an 80, a 70% chance of winning most of your trades. You will lose some trades, and sometimes those trades might wipe out one or two other trades, maybe three or four, depending on your frequency. So if your win rate is 70%, okay, 66%, something like that, that means you're going to lose one out of every three trades. The goal is that one out of every three trades can't wipe out, okay, both of those other two trades. Are you never going to make money? You're going to have positive expectancy over time that you have more winners than you have losers, and your winners can't be, or your losers can't be so large they wipe out all your winners. But okay, increasing your trade frequency, putting on more trades so you can let those probabilities play out. Executing a higher number of trades will increase the chances of you capturing more profitable opportunities, being more active in the market, finding the setups that meet your trade strategy. Now we talk about patience and letting the trades come to you. So how do you balance the fact that, hey, Tom wants me to make more trades, and he also wants me to be more patient and wait for the setups? Well, look at the different assets. Diversification is important here. So you're going to really want to spread your trades across different stocks or sectors or futures, contracts. Find those setups that make sense for you. Okay? You don't need a ton of different stocks. Okay? I don't really believe in major diversification. I don't think you need 100 different underlyings or 20 different underlyings. You really only need 3 or 4. You could probably live with just ES alone, which is 500 different stocks. Okay, but maybe a few other things like oil, bonds, and gold along with your S&P. So can you increase your trade volume to let those probabilities play out? Okay, trade small, trade often. Okay, the trading often part is maybe overlooked. Okay, you might be sizing properly and trading small, but if you don't trade enough, okay, you're not going to allow the probabilities to play out and giving yourself that positive expectancy. Okay, so now let's look at, okay, we've maxed out on volume. We've got our volume of trades on. I've got all my trades on. I'm using my buying power. I'm maxed out. Okay, how do I get better at trading? The next part is efficiency. So really now this is where, just like we would do in sales, we need to improve our skill set. We need to improve our trading skill set. Most of it's right in here, but some of it's going to be improve your analysis and your strategies. So track your trades, okay? Trade your plan, but track your trades, review your trades, make sure that you're executing them properly. Are you executing at a 2x stop if that's your rule, or are you missing that and keep executing at 2.5 or 3x, or I've let a couple things go to 4x losses? Okay. Do you need to refine your approach and your plan? Some of that might be, yeah, just to be more, need to be more disciplined and follow my plan. Some of those things might be, hey, my plan needs to be modified. So refining your strategies and really back testing, reviewing your strategies. I don't want you to jump from one to another. We've talked about that. Okay. Find one, stick with it, okay, and tweak it potentially, but try to stick with something for 3 to 6 months or more. I've stuck with the kind of the current trades I've been doing for the most part for several decades in some form or another. They just keep getting refined a little bit. Okay. You can also enhance your risk management. Okay. Maybe stricter management controls, better stop losses, tweaking the stop losses, but also having the discipline to stick to your plan. Okay. So there's a couple things here. We're talking about improving the strategies, improving the plan, having the discipline to follow your plan, and then utilizing technology there and the different tools that you have to analyze those trades. So really, when it comes down to it, you need to balance the volume and the efficiency in what you're doing. That's going to give you the chance to scale. Okay? Effective traders find a balance between increasing their trade volume and improving your efficiency. Don't just do one without the other. Yes, more volume might help you be a better trader, but if you don't get better at some of the individual trades, that still may not be enough to do. But if you've got a trade that's working, by all means, we want to increase the volume that we're doing on those particular trades. Okay? If it's working, do more of it. Okay, ride the wave, be more effective on it. Number one. All right, so let's get into the markets and see what we have going on today. First thing I want to do is share today's results with you, and then we'll look at some stocks and we'll look at some charts. All right, so for today, we ended the day here on the 18th of June with a negative delta. So our delta has gone all the way into negative now. So 0.02%, I really like it. The market's overbought. It can stay there, but the market's overbought, and we're basically delta neutral to slightly negative delta. I really like having that negative delta. We've managed to pull that off, which I really like. And we've done it while keeping our theta up. So 1533 on our theta, 0.31%. We're in good shape. We increased our net lick again today, 501, 540. We're still just a hair away from new all-time highs, but we're right up there. Our buying power dropped a little bit today, 288, 762, which puts us, after we take Bill away, puts us at 47.5. So we do have room to add more trades. And then we closed another $6,000 worth of trades today. So $6,000 in winners today. Yesterday, almost 1,700. So in the last 2 days, almost 7,700, almost $8,000 have been gained in 2 days. And let's take a quick look at what those trades were. All right, so let me unshare myself from the screen so that maybe you can see everything that's going on here. And let's look at the closed trades for today, so you have an idea of what I am trading. So I'm sharing them all with you, wins and losses. So first thing today is we put on an iron condor trade for 0 DTE using SPX. We were able to get in and out of that trade. Actually, let's take a quick look. We were in and out of that trade at 10:25. We got in, we were out at 11:44. So about an hour and 20 minutes. So hour and 20 minutes, $450. Okay, we sized it decently here and made 1.5% on the margin that we used. We got out at a 50% winner. We also closed a naked put of one of our long-term 112 trades. We closed it for a 92% winner. I went in pretty good depth with the members today in a meeting. In fact, that meeting that we had, I shared on my YouTube. So Igor and I did a Q&A session with the members. We talked about a lot of different things there. I think there's some fantastic content, so check that out as well. but made 4,700 bucks, closed at a fraction early. And why wait for an extra really 150 bucks more when I could free up about $15,000 in buying power? So we booked 4,700 in more realized gains. And then we also had a naked put come off in oil. And we took this one off for a $950 winner, came off at 42.2% premium capture, 9% return on the capital that we use. So overall, really, really good looking stuff. We are doing well for June. We're up to 12,521. And again, that's after taking a pretty good hit last week on some trades that we had going on and had came all the way back. Now we're almost right at the goal. We're $3,000 away from the goal, and we still have almost half the month left. Right now we have booked $9,600 worth of gains in our long-term 112s, which is fantastic. If we look at our closed trades, we actually have two. I'm sorry, where are we at? June here. There's another long-term 112 back here on the 5th. So we've closed two of our long-term 112 trades. Combined, those have totaled almost $10,000. Oil Strangle for $15.50. We took some losses on future Strangle there, which we've documented last week. We also took a loss on a gold 112 naked put, but we took some winners here on 112s. We're just down fractionally. We had XL 112s that we've adjusted for over $600 on this particular, or $6,000 worth of adjustments and closing on this particular trade. And then 0 DTE, we booked almost 1,890 for the month, 1,750 on naked puts, 891 in build distributions, and 150 bucks in spec trades. So we've lost only 2 out of 20 trades. We're at 90% for the month. We're sitting again at over 90% win rate for the year, and we're doing great. And we are up now 22% in realized gains. We're up 18% in our net lick, beating the market on both. But like where we are, we're in great shape. Let's take a look at what's going on in the markets, and let's take a look at some of the trades that are happening out there or setting up for us. Haven't done some reviews in a while, so I want to get into it. Let's take a look here. We'll start with the S&P on ES futures. And again, the futures markets open till 1 o'clock Eastern tomorrow. The markets are closed. It is Juneteenth, and the stock market and the bond market are closed, but futures are open until 1. They'll reopen at 6 p.m. Eastern. All right, so nice gap up session on the week. Finished to a new all-time high today, so we are pushing high. Now, are we overbought? We absolutely are, but some of our members were wondering, are we going to start to roll over? Should we be getting long? Should we be putting on more hedges here? Well, it's always prudent to put on hedges, when the markets get overbought, but you're overbought with MACD rising, RSI rising, and the squeeze reversing and potentially triggering a squeeze to the upside. So things look pretty good on the weekly, and they look just as good on the daily. So we could continue to move higher for a short period of time. Can we roll over tomorrow? Absolutely. Or the next day? Sure. But we'll see what happens. But right now, it's a strong uptrend. I'm not fighting it. It sets up well, I think, for 112 trades. It also is setting up well for an XL 112, which is what I'm probably going to put on either after this session or in the morning tomorrow. We'll be adding an XL 112, at least the way I trade it. Then here's the oil. Here looks pretty nice. After a decent pullback that it had, even though the trend has been up long term, we've had a decent pullback on the weekly. So it's been a bearish mode for several weeks now. But that ended a week ago when we broke the downtrend. We have a good up week going this week. We've got the 21 about to break back above the 50. You've got oil breaking back above the 50. MACD reversing higher. RSI running higher on the weekly. All things go here on the daily. We're rocketing higher. And if we continue to at least hold this after breaking through the 21, the 50, and now the 200, Things look a little bit more bullish on oil. So I think this is setting up nicely for 112 trades and some naked put trades. We added a new naked put on oil today after taking the one off for a winner. All right, bonds, one of my favorite things to trade. I love bonds. I've been long bonds all year. This is one of my favorites, even though we've been kind of in this downtrend for many, many, many weeks. It hasn't been really a severe downtrend. Okay, you've dropped from about 120 to about 114 at the low, but all of this time we've been strangling, writing naked puts, 112s, all kinds of trades. In fact, bonds right now, if I look at my allocation, bonds are the #1 allocation in the portfolio, with oil being #2, and then ES being #3, and gold being #4. So I've got more trades using, or at least more buying power working in bonds and oil than I do in the S&P. Breaking out to the upside, I like bonds. Is the Fed going to cut rates tomorrow? No, and this is the 30-year, so it's the long end of the bond. So even if the Fed cuts the short end of the yield curve, I still think bonds move higher over time. We actually put a play on in TLT today. We did a leap in TLT. So there's a little bit of a different strategy there. I'm going to be utilizing I've done it before, but it's my free leap spreads strategy. And we entered into TLT today to use that. But I am bullish bonds still overall for the long term. And if you're really looking at this chart, I think they're just getting started. All right, so we're bullish bonds here, and I think things look pretty good on bonds. 112s, naked puts, I think all set up well. All right, gold. Gold's had this kind of just consolidation on the weekly and consolidating on the daily. It's been consolidating for almost 5 weeks now. So for the better part of 5 weeks, at least 4 trading sessions, almost 5 weeks, not here. But look, it's holding the 50 nicely on the daily, which is perfect. It's not even close to the 21 on the daily, which this sideways consolidation is great. This is going to give you a better chance to get into bonds. I think they're setting up for strangles here. I think we could still be looking at nice 112 trades. Lots of great trades in gold coming up, naked puts, all kinds of stuff. But you're in this volatility box here where we're just meandering along right around holding the 21 and the 50, which are very tight together here. I like the way gold is setting up. All right, the Aussie dollar, one of my favorites to trade, at least on the strangle side of things. You remain in this range. We're dead center in the middle of this range. We can extend these lines out here. I think these are setting up. Look you've been in this volatility box now for 6 weeks long. This has been just beautiful strangle territory. For us, we have another strangle. It's at 40% winner in 27 days. I'm expecting that to come off soon. I think you just keep playing it until it's not, the setup's just not there. So when we look at those two things we talked about, volume and efficiency, right now, my volume on strangles is very high. And I think I've dialed in my setups on it even more. So we've got more strangle trades on than we've ever had before because the setups are there. So we're able to increase our trading with volume and not going crazy on size. Okay, the euro here, this has had a little bit of a struggle for the last 2 weeks with all of the stuff happening in France with Macron. We took a dive, and then we've just been really consolidating sideways, but I think the weekly doesn't look too shabby. And I think you're starting to see on the daily potentially some work here. Now, this support, and I'm going to extend this to the right, this support level here that we bounced and slammed on, okay, was now flipped to resistance where we hit it, couldn't break it, hit it, couldn't break it, hit it again today, couldn't break it. So we'll keep watching 6E. So we'll be watching the euro here, but I think it sets up well potentially for some strangles and other opportunities. All right, looking at the NASDAQ futures, Very, very, very bullish. Things look good. We had our ascending triangle, which broke to the upside pretty convincingly back here. We just continue to ride this thing to the upside. We draw a trend line up. That's what we're looking at right now. This thing is just positive and it is on fire. Right, so good stuff on NASDAQ. Is it overbought? Well, heck yeah, it's overbought. Can it turn around tomorrow? Sure. Okay. I'm not entering any new trades, but we do have 112 trades in here that are up 60% or so. So this is a good setup for us. RTY. I like the setup here in RTY. I think this has set up well for us. We've got multiple trades, or at least one trade right now going. So we've got the trade that's up 10% in 11 days. Right now in RTY, we've got Strangles running in here, and this is also setting up, I think, for 112 trades. It looks pretty good. If we're taking a look at copper, this thing went parabolic for several months, and then had a nice pullback till this week. We're almost back to the 21 EMA with a nice reversal doji here. I think with the hammer doji or hammer candle, I shouldn't say hammer doji, with the hammer candle that we have, I think this looks pretty nice. You got a dragonfly doji this week. You've got two hammer candles in a row over here. MACD starting to recover. RSI is starting to recover. Squeeze is reversing. I think copper starting to set itself up, I think, for some new trades. So I'm ready to roll on copper. I think it's back in play for us on this pullback. Silver. Same type of thing here, this nice uptrend that we've been in. Okay. Bounced on it, bounced on it, bounced on it, bounced on it again. Same type of thing. We got a bit of a dragonfly, kind of a dragonfly doji here a bit. If not, it's a nice hammer candle. Good indecision candle here. And if we hold to the upside on this, I think it's a nice reversal play in silver. I think silver sets itself up for 112 trades and some nice things going here as well. All right, and then last thing, we'll touch on live cattle. We do not have any trades in here right now. We did take one off, a 112 off for a winner here, but I think this sets itself up for some new trades in here. So we'll be talking to our members about some new trade opportunities overall here. So we're in good shape. I like where we are, and we'll continue to move forward. All right, so remember, 2 ways in sales to improve yourself: increase your volume, just do more, okay? And 2, improve your efficiency, improve your skill set and get better. In trading, same thing. Okay? If you've got a strategy that's working, do more of it, okay? Don't get crazy, okay, by putting on too much risk. Stick within your buying power limits, but if you got a strategy that's working, use it, do more of it, trade often, okay? Trade small for the most part, but small to me means trading within your trade plan risk tolerances. So trade small, trade often, okay? I think from Tasty, it's probably the most valuable thing next to sell premium that they teach. Trade small, trade often, okay? Volume. You want to put on as many trades and give yourself the most chance to win and let the probabilities play out. We will take losers in trading. It's a given, okay? Get over it. Take your loss, move on. Trade small, trade often. Just keep adding new trades. In the active trader service that we run, this is the most trades I've had on right now. Okay, same thing. Trade small, trade often. Giving myself the most opportunities to be successful. And we've got a good number of trades going in the main trading accounts here, in our IRA accounts, in our small trading accounts. Okay, everything's close to new all-time highs. We're hitting our targets for the year. We're in great shape. Okay, and then the second part of the volume piece is efficiency. Get better at what you're doing. Okay, where are you learning? Are you just learning it from me or other people here on YouTube? Okay, YouTube University is great, but it only gets you so far. You got to invest in your education. I'm not telling you to come join our Discord. If you want to do that, great. I absolutely know it'll help you. Okay, join somebody's. Okay, that's smart, has great smart people in it. Okay, that are going to help you. Okay, I'm not joining a Discord. It's got one guy who wants to get out and crank out 90 videos. a day on how he's doing, but he doesn't educate me. Okay. I don't want to follow alerts. I want to be educated. I want other people to help me. We've got members that are putting on some great ideas, challenging us on some of our ideas. You can see what we did today by going and checking out the live trading session that Igor and I did with our members today. Had 109-10 people in that today, which is great for an impromptu afternoon session on a Tuesday. So fantastic. Go check it out. Okay. Put yourself in a position where you're not the smartest person in the room and you don't think you know it all. Hey, I don't need help. I'm doing fine. I'm on my own. I used to think that too until I found smarter people than me that enhanced my trading. And now I make a lot more than I used to, and I'm much more consistent. Okay. Do you want to get better or not? Do you invest in your own education? How are you investing in your own education? That doesn't mean just sit here and watch free stuff on YouTube. Okay. There's good stuff out there. You just got to find it. Okay. Find the right people, wherever that may be. All right. If you found this video helpful, click the like button down below. Could use all the help. Let's get it to 200 likes. If you think this is valuable, help me out. Reward me a little bit for the work that I'm doing to try to help you improve your trading by just clicking the like button. And if you're not a subscriber, what the heck are you waiting for? Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Tom King Trades. And then if you want to follow us in Discord and see the behind the scenes, what are we really doing? How are we getting into the details and teaching you to become a better trader? Come and join that. There's a discount code down below in the description. KING, get $50 off the first month. Come in, find out what it's all about. All right. Have a great evening. Stay safe. Everybody, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.